We are Onyx Imaging. We are the highest rated and most reviewed printer service center in Oklahoma.
Hi, my name is John with Onyx Imaging. Today we're going to take a look at this Lexmark C2535 printer. We're actually going to do an unboxing and show you how to do the initial setup. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to remove the printer from its box, and then we'll go ahead and start with getting it all set up. So let's get this going here. Alright. So the first thing right on top is there's some instructions as well as an install disc, which always comes in handy. I'm going to set this off to the side for now. And then there's a big piece of styrofoam we can go ahead and slide out. Lift straight up. We can set that off to the side as well. And now, the easiest way to remove the printer from the box is just by grabbing the bag that it's in and pulling straight up. Alright. So we've got the printer out. We also have the power cord. I'm going to put the power cord over here. And we'll just move this box out of the way. There we go. Set our power cord up to the side as well. And we'll go ahead and open up our bag here and remove the printer from the bag. Okay, so now that the printer is removed from the bag, you'll see some tape put around certain areas that's just for shipping. So we want to make sure that we can get all that tape off so that we can actually go through the printer and make sure that everything's ready to go. So we'll just start peeling off any of the tape that we find on the printer. Make sure that. We're going to flip down this front cover. And you see there's a lot of different packaging material in here, so we need to make sure we remove all of that. Alrighty. So now everything looks good inside of there. I'm going to close that back up. I'm going to check the paper tray. And while the paper tray is out, we're also going to make sure that it's set on the proper size paper for whatever we're going to be using. In our case, it's going to be a standard 8.5 by 11 letter paper. So it looks like everything's already set up for that. So we can go ahead and slide that back in. And I'm also going to look back here. You can tell there's something else back here. So let's open up the side cover. And there's another piece of packaging material protecting all of the toner back here. So we're just going to grab this little hoop. And we should just be able to pull it out. There it goes. Alright, all of our toners are nice and secure. So now I can go ahead and swing that back down. And now that the printer is all unpackaged and ready to use, we've removed all the packaging material. Let's go ahead and plug it in and we'll get it started as far as setup goes. So we'll be back in just a second. Okay, so now we're back. The printer is now powered on and it's done its kind of just warm-up cycle. And when we finally got to where it's asking us our first question on the screen. So the very first question it's going to ask us is what language you want the printer to be in. So in our case we want it in English. We're going to hit OK. And then it's also going to ask you for your security setup. So if you want to set up any kind of security on it, then you can. If not, you can skip this step. So we're just going to scroll down to skip and confirm that we want to just go ahead and skip that. And now it's going to ask us to continue on to our printer ID and mobile setup. So we're just going to skip that for now. It's going to ask us what country we're in. So for us, we're going to pick United States. And then it's going to ask you for your time zone. So find your time zone. And then it's going to ask you if you want to set up your home screen. So it's going to ask you what all buttons you want on your home screen. And you can select or deselect whichever items you want that will be able to access from your home screen. Once you have it set up the way you want, you go ahead and hit OK. Okay, so now it's going to ask you if it's okay for Lexmark to collect any information about the printer. It gives you a couple different options. I'm going to select none of the above. I'd rather not share more information than I have to. And then scroll back up and hit the save button. And now it's going to ask us for the date. So make any adjustments if needed. In our case, it's actually the correct date. It's also going to ask us for the time, so you can make any adjustments if you need to, but in my case, the time's okay. And then it's going to ask you to connect to a network. Right now, I'm not connected to the network, I'm just doing the setup. So I'm going to go ahead and hit no. And that's it. Alright, so now we successfully got the printer unboxed and set up. The only thing left to do is add some paper into the printer. So we're going to take our paper and remove our paper tray, making sure our paper is stacked as nice and neat on all four sides. Go ahead and set it into the paper tray. Make sure that there's no paper curl on all four sides and everything looks nice and straight inside of there. Go ahead and reinstall our paper tray. And now the only thing left to do is to hook our printer up to either a network or directly to your computer to get it up and running. Other than that, you should be good to go, and if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to Onyx. We'd be glad to help you out with those. Other than that, we hope you have a great day.
Thank you for watching. If you're interested in how you can receive free labor on all of your service calls, as well as how to qualify for free printer upgrades, contact us today. We are here for all of your printer and office supply needs.